Hey everyone, and welcome back to Thesaurus Thrive. I'm Lily, and I'm super excited to kick off our very first episode of our English learning podcast.
And I'm Ava. It's fantastic to have you all with us. We're so thrilled to be starting this journey together, helping you boost your English fluency, one engaging conversation at a time.
Absolutely, Ava. And for our very first topic, we wanted to start with something that's incredibly relatable and useful for everyday conversation, talking about your daily routine in English.
That's right. It's one of those things you often have to describe, whether you're meeting new people, giving a presentation, or just chatting with friends. Knowing how to confidently talk about your daily activities is a huge step in sounding more natural.
Exactly. So, Ava, let's just jump right in. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up? Like literally the first thing.
Oh, that's easy. The very first thing I do when I wake up is hit the snooze button, probably 2 or 3 times if I'm being honest. Then I usually stretch for a bit before actually getting out of bed.
Haha, classic. I'm more of a one snooze and I'm up person, mostly because I know if I hit it again, I'll probably oversleep. But yeah, hit the snooze button is a great phrase for our listeners.
Definitely. And after getting out of bed, I always make my bed. It just makes the room feel so much tidier, you know? Then I head straight to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face.
Right, make the bed and brush my teeth are fundamental. What about your morning routine after that? Do you jump straight into breakfast or exercise?
Well, usually I'll go for a quick walk or do some light stretching before breakfast. I try to get some movement in first thing. After that, it's time for coffee, which is absolutely essential, and then I'll make myself some breakfast, usually toast and eggs.
I can totally relate to the essential coffee part. For me, after I get up, I tend to check my phone for any urgent messages, then I make a cup of tea. I'm a tea person, not coffee. Then I'll usually do some journaling for about 15 minutes just to clear my head before the day really starts.
Oh, journaling is a great habit. I used to do that. It sounds really calming. So after your tea and journaling, what's next for you? Do you have a consistent breakfast?
Pretty much. I'll usually have a bowl of oatmeal with some fruit, or sometimes just yogurt. It's quick and easy. Then I'll take a shower, get dressed, and do my hair and makeup if I'm heading out or have a video call.
Okay, so we've got a lot of good phrases here for the morning. Hit the snooze button, get out of bed, make the bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, make coffee, tea, have breakfast, take a shower, get dressed, do my hair, makeup. These are super common.
Right, and it's not just about knowing the words, but also how to put them together in a natural flow. Like, first I do X, then I do Y, after that I do Z. Using those connecting words makes a huge difference.
Exactly. So after all that, we're usually ready to start our workday. For me, I typically check my emails first thing, prioritize my tasks, and then dive into my projects. I try to tackle the most important things when my energy is highest.
Smart move. I tend to plan my day the evening before, but I'll still review my to-do list in the morning. Then I'll attend a team meeting or work on scripts for Thesaurus Thrive, just like this one.
Speaking of work, what do you usually do for lunch, Lily? Do you pack a lunch or eat out?
Mostly I pack my own lunch. I find it's healthier and saves money. I usually have a salad or leftovers from dinner the night before. Sometimes I'll grab a quick sandwich if I'm really busy.
I'm the same. Packing a lunch is key. I try to take a proper lunch break away from my desk, even if it's just 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll listen to a podcast or read a book during my break to really disconnect.
That's a fantastic tip for our listeners too. Take a proper lunch break. It's important for your well-being. So after lunch, what does your afternoon look like?
My afternoons are usually more meetings or collaborating with colleagues. Sometimes I'll work on specific creative tasks that require a different kind of focus. I also try to take a short break in the afternoon, maybe to stretch or walk around a bit to avoid sitting too long.
Yeah, those short breaks are crucial. For me, afternoons are often about editing videos, researching new topics, or planning content for the channel. It's usually when I feel most productive creatively. I'll usually finish work around 5 or 6 p.m.
Same here, finish work around 5 or 6 p.m. Then, if the weather's nice, I might go for a run or hit the gym. Exercise is a big part of my evening routine. What about you, Lily?
I'm not as consistent with the gym, to be honest, but I do try to take an evening walk with my dog. It's a nice way to unwind after a busy day. Then it's usually time to start thinking about dinner.
Ah, dinner time. Do you usually cook dinner or order takeout?
Most nights I cook dinner. I enjoy cooking, so it's a relaxing activity for me. I'll often try a new recipe or make something simple like pasta or a stir fry. What about you, Chef Ava?
Haha, Chef Ava, I like that. I also cook dinner most evenings. I usually meal prep on Sundays, so I have a good idea of what I'm making. After dinner, I love to do the dishes right away so the kitchen is clean before bed.
Oh, do the dishes immediately. That's a discipline I admire. I sometimes leave them for a bit, I have to confess. After dinner and chores, what's your go-to way to relax and wind down?
Definitely. I usually read a book or watch a TV show with my partner. Sometimes we'll play a board game or just chat about our day. I try to avoid looking at screens for at least an hour before bed.
That's such a healthy habit, avoiding screens before bed. I often read a physical book too, or sometimes listen to a podcast, maybe even one of our Thesaurus Thrive episodes. Just kidding. It really helps to clear my mind and prepare for sleep.
Totally. And then, what's your final step before hitting the hay? Any specific bedtime routine?
Yeah, I usually brush my teeth again, wash my face, and put on moisturizer. Then I'll set my alarm for the next morning and get into bed. I try to be in bed by 10 p.m. so I can get enough sleep.
Sounds like a solid routine. Mine is pretty similar. Brush teeth, skincare routine, then read in bed for a bit, and ideally, I'm asleep by 10:30 p.m.
Getting enough sleep is so important, right? Absolutely essential. So listeners, you've heard a lot of phrases here. We've talked about waking up, hit the snooze button, get out of bed, make the bed, morning activities, brush my teeth, wash my face, make coffee, tea, have breakfast, take a shower, get dressed, do my hair, makeup, and for work study, check emails, prioritize tasks, dive into projects, attend meetings, work on content, lunch, pack a lunch, eat out, take a proper lunch break, afternoons, collaborate with colleagues, take short breaks, evenings, go for a run, hit the gym, take an evening walk, cook dinner, order takeout, do the dishes. And for winding down, read a book, watch TV, play a board game, avoid screens before bed, prepare for sleep.
And finally, bedtime. Brush teeth, skincare routine, set my alarm, get into bed, get enough sleep. That's a comprehensive list right there.
It really is, and the key, as we mentioned, is to practice putting these phrases together. Don't just memorize them in isolation. Try to describe your own daily routine out loud, even just to yourself.
Yeah, that's crucial. Think about what you do step by step, from the moment you wake up to when you go to sleep. Use those connecting words like first, then, after that, next, finally.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. The more you practice speaking, the more natural it will become. You'll build that confidence over time.
Absolutely. Try recording yourself too. Listen back and see where you can improve your pronunciation or sentence structure. It's a fantastic way to track your progress.
Another thing to consider is varying your vocabulary. Instead of always saying, I eat breakfast, you could say, I have breakfast, or I grab some breakfast. Small variations make your speech sound richer.
Oh, that's a great point, Lily. Similarly, instead of I finish work, you could say I wrap up my work or I clock out. Different expressions for the same idea.
Exactly. And remember, routines can change too. You might have a different routine on weekdays versus weekends. Practice describing both.
Yes, for example, on weekends I might say, I sleep in a bit later, or I go out for brunch, or I meet up with friends. Those are different phrases than what we use for weekdays.
That's a perfect example, Ava. So to our listeners, we really encourage you to take these phrases, try them out, and make them your own. Start small, describe just your morning, then add your afternoon, and eventually your whole day.
And remember, consistent practice is key to fluency. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't sound perfect at first. Every little bit of practice adds up.
We hope this first episode has given you some great tools to confidently talk about your daily routine in English. We had so much fun sharing ours.
It was a blast, Lily, and thank you all so much for tuning in to Thesaurus Thrive. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more English learning content, and let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like us to cover.
Yes, your feedback helps us create content that truly helps you. You can find us on YouTube under Thesaurus Thrive. We're excited to hear from you and continue this journey together.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep practicing, keep thriving, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.